Okay, Terry and Breck, Tag Team Partners Forever, by Dennis Stamp from the Stamp Collection. Terry and Breck. I came to Amarillo over 30 years ago as a professional wrestler. When I was no longer booked, I started my own business. I owned and ran a pest control company. One day, while spraying a house, I noticed a young boy, about 8 years old, lying on the couch. I knew it was a school day, so to make conversation, I asked his mother, "Is he sick?" "Yes," his mother told me. "Brock has malignant brain tumors, and the doctors have given him 30 days. Wow, I think to myself, I've always got to open my big mouth. As I walked through the boy's bedroom, I saw a wrestling poster on the wall. Okay, I thought, I can talk about wrestling. After I finished spraying, I went back to the mother. "I see your son is a wrestling fan," wanting to change the subject. "Yes," she answered. "He loves wrestling. Terry Funk is his favorite. In fact, meeting Terry is on his Make-A-Wish list." "Do you know Terry?" she asked. "Sure," I came back. "I wrestled Terry 5 times when he was world champion." I never missed a chance to brag about that. Well, she tells me as I'm leaving, "I have a friend who has Terry's phone number." "Okay," I replied. "If you can't get a hold of him, give me a call." I hadn't talked to Terry in a few years, but we've always had each other's phone number. I wouldn't give it out, but I would call him. Sure enough, Breck's mother called the next day. The doctor had downgraded her son from 30 days to day-to-day, and her friend couldn't get Terry's phone number. I called Terry. He answered the phone. I explained the situation to him and how much the boy wanted to meet him. "Yes, I will," Terry said. "Can you go tomorrow?" I asked. "Yes," he said, "if you go with me, since I don't know these people." I called the mother to let her know. "Breck is so weak," she said, "he can hardly raise his head off the pillow." "Well, we'll see you tomorrow," I assured her. Terry and I met and went to Breck's house. I went up to the door first. I knocked, and the mother answered the door. "It's Terry," she said loudly. Now I could see Breck. "Terry Funk!" he screamed, and he jumped off the couch. Our visit lasted about an hour. We talked and laughed. At one point we moved the coffee table and got down on the floor to demonstrate a few holds. Breck balled up a fist to show us how he would do it. Terry showed more character. He asked Breck if he would be his tag team partner. "What does that mean?" Breck asked. "It means I'll have your back," Terry told him. Breck paused, got a strange smile on his face. "Does that mean I'll have your back too?" he asked. "Absolutely," Terry replied. Now, Terry didn't go there empty-handed. He had a poster of himself and a t-shirt. He signed them to Breck. As we were leaving the house, Terry said to Breck, "Remember now, we're tag team partners." "I know," said Breck, "and I've got your back." As we drove away from the house, we were both quiet. "I can't believe how tough that boy is," Terry said. "Yeah," was all I could say. We didn't talk about the visit anymore. About a year later, I ran into Breck's mother. We almost did a double knockout. We recognized each other immediately and hugged. "Dennis," she said, "I want to thank you so much for all you did for my son." "It was Terry," I said. "Yes," she said, "but you brought him to us." How did things turn out?" I asked. "Breck lived for 2 weeks after your visit. He wore the t-shirt every day. He only took it off to wash it. Then he would lie on the dryer until it was ready to put back on. When he had to go to hospice his last 2 days, she told me, the only way Breck would agree to go if he could take Terry's poster with him and put it on the wall. We buried him with Terry's poster, she said, starting to tear up. God bless you and Terry, she said as she walked away. A couple of months later, I got a call from a friend whose grandson had brain cancer. Is there any way, she asked, if Terry would visit him in the hospital? I'll call him, I said. I'll see. When I called, Terry was wrestling in Japan. So I told his wife, Vicky, why I was calling. Don't you think these boys are a little bit young to know Terry, she asked. I paused, understanding her concern for Terry. Finally I said, if you had a dying child or grandchild, you'd probably do anything just for a smile. Okay, she said, I'll put you on his call list. When Terry got home from Japan, he called. I tried to apologize for bringing him dying boys. Don't you ever worry about me getting mad, he said. I'm honored these boys want to see me. I'd crawl to get there if I had to. I knew you would, Terry, I said as I hung up the phone. I knew he would. I knew Terry Funk would. Hard for me to tell that one.